Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Mel and today we're going to be talking about some of my toxic reading traits. Everybody has got those things that they do while reading that they probably just shouldn't do, let's be honest. Not everybody is a perfect reader. We all have our quirks, and you know what? I am here to expose myself. What is more fun than exposing myself? I know I have many toxic traits while reading, and I just figured it would be kind of fun to share those with you guys today. I did come up with 10 different things that I'm considering toxic reading traits and just thought it would be a lot of fun. So the first one is that I'm a terrible buddy reader. I'm just awful. I always read ahead when I'm buddy reading with books, or I always fall miserably behind. There's just really no in between. It's hard for me to stay on a schedule. I will always catch up to you if I'm behind, but I will also lie to you if I go ahead. The number of times that I've been buddy reading with people and we're supposed to be staying on a schedule and I read like 3 days ahead and then lie through my teeth that I'm staying on schedule while trying not to spoil things that I already know. I will not mark a book read on Goodreads because I'm theoretically not supposed to have finished it yet because of a buddy read. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. So if you're gonna buddy read with me, I'm sorry. I try. I won't spoil you. I would love to talk about the book with you, but gosh, I'm bad at buddy reading. The next one is that I can't read and eat at the same time. I know a lot of people will love to like get their reading fuel and things like that, especially on long 24-hour or couple of day readathons, but something about the holding a book and my eyeballs moving while also trying to eat at the same time, I just physically can't do it. I think that there's some kind of motor skill that I just completely missed out on because I can't do it. I will have to stop reading, put up like a YouTube video or a TV show or something, eat my snack, and then go back to reading. I don't know what it is. I'm a weirdo, y'all, okay? I'm aware. I also read sequels a billion years late. I am terrible. This is probably my number one like toxic reading trait, is that I am terrible about continuing with books. For example, I read Words of Radiance with my dad a year ago now, gave it 5 stars, absolutely loved it. Have I read Oathbringer yet? No. Do I even own Oathbringer yet? No, I don't. So yeah, I'm real bad, real bad. Also, just because it's sitting here, I read Rage of Dragons like, I don't know, 3 years ago, probably not that long, 2 to 3 years ago. Have I picked up the sequel Fires of Vengeance yet? No, I haven't. I'm awful. The number of unfinished series that I have of completed series is just embarrassingly bad. So I'm trying to get better about that. I'm really attempting in the latter half of the year to read some more sequels, but I basically have to be bullied into it. Or Rachel, her kind sweet soul, puts a bunch of them in my witch's brew cup so that every month I don't have a choice but to read a sequel. So I guess thanks, Rachel, maybe? I also have a tendency to need a book in every format. So like I will own a physical copy of a book. I bought it. Yes, I'm going to read the physical copy. No, I don't. I end up borrowing the audiobook from the library, or sometimes I'll even buy the audiobook from Audible. I've bought the physical book, then I turn around and get the ebook from the library. Do I need 3 copies of the book to read it? No. But, you know, sometimes you want to read a physical book at home, you want it on your shelf so that it's really pretty, but you know, you can't do laundry and read, you can't drive and read, so you gotta have the audiobook, and then when you're at work, you can't pull out a physical book and read because then people know you're reading and not working, but you can scroll through your phone every now and then through the Kindle app, and you know, people are none the wiser. Look, I'm trying to justify here. I also have a tendency to buy books that I won't read, or at least won't read for a really long time. I have books sitting on my TBR shelf that I guess I had good intentions for reading when I bought them, but I never thought that it was going to be a book I was just going to pick up ASAP. There are plenty of books on my shelves that have been sitting there for forever that I had every intention of reading when I first got them. But there are quite a few that I can think of that I bought knowing that I wasn't going to get to them for a really long time. So why did I buy them? Then I will just keep books that I don't like because they're pretty. So there are several copies, they're actually in the other room so I can't bring them out here, of books that I have special editions of that I have read and gave 2 stars, but they're still sitting on my shelves taking up room because they're really pretty and I can't get that edition anymore. So what if I give it up and decide to reread it and it becomes a favorite and then I don't have a pretty copy? This is what goes through my head. This makes no sense. I will also, if I've read a book and I gave it a 1 or a 2 star, if other people that I know are reading the sequels and reading the series and just absolutely loving it, FOMO will get to me and I will read a sequel of a book I hate, knowing I'm not going to like it, just because everybody else is reading the series and loving it. A good example of this is like the Savage Land series. Becca and Ash are loving that series. They're flying through it. I gave the first one 2 stars. Am I gonna buy the sequel and try it? Yes. Yes, I am. Also counts for like a Zodiac Academy. I hated Zodiac Academy, the first one, but did I buy the sequel with every intention of reading it because a lot of other people like it? Yes. Yes, I did. I also have a tendency to soft DNF things without meaning to. So for example, the Stardust Thief, I started, read a quarter of it, put it down for a readathon or something else, and then completely forgot to pick it back up. And now it's been so long I'd probably have to start over if I were to read it. I didn't really mean to DNF it, but now will I ever go back to it because I have to reread what I've already read? I don't know. Look, I didn't say it made sense, but here we are. I also overuse NetGalley. Now, listen, I'm getting better about this. I have not requested a NetGalley ARC in many a months because if you've been watching my channel for a little while, you know that I recently did a video, well not recently, but a couple months ago did a video of NetGalley shame where I talked about the 40+ ARCs that I have not read yet. So I really, after that video, had a lot of shame and put the brakes on NetGalley and have not requested any in quite some time and have since read several of those books, but that is one of my toxic reader traits. If I go on NetGalley, I will request things that I know I have no time to read. So therefore, I just don't go on NetGalley anymore. And my last toxic trait is that I overuse book clubs. I overcommit. There are so many book clubs that I am a part of or want to participate in that there's just no physical way that I could do it and get anything else read in the month. I think I am slowly starting to get better. I'm a co-host for some, so that absolutely has to be done, and I'm excited about that. Every book club that I've said yes to co-hosting, I actively want to be a part of. Let me say that. This is just me talking about toxic reader traits, so just know that if I'm a part of a book club, I fully knew what I was getting into and absolutely wanted to do it. But I sometimes participate in like the Literally Dead book club and the Troop. I did Middle Grade Monthly before they stopped doing that. Elder Ling Along or Catch Up book club. I'm a co-host for the Backlist book club, the Fan Row book club, my Patreon book club, a Read Along with Cassidy. What else? I know there's more book clubs, but that's just like 8 that I can actively think of. If I tried to read every single book in every single book club every single month, that would be 8 mandatory books. Why do I do this to myself? I don't understand. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video talking about my bookish toxic traits. I exposed myself. A lot of these, maybe you have too. So if you have a bookish toxic trait, please let me know what it is down in the comments. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me alone. I've got to do better about some of this stuff for sure, like stopping with the NetGalley and, for goodness gracious, reading a stinking sequel every now and then. Now, in my defense, there are several on my active August TBR if that's when you're watching this. I'm trying. But I just figured that I would kind of make a list and see what do I need to change, what is kind of a toxic reader trait for me, and what can I do better about. But anyway, let me know what yours is down in the comments. If you guys want to connect with me further, you can find a link to my Patreon down in the description box, as well as links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you wanna, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!